I got the book, The September House, totally on impulse. I had seen a physical copy of it in my local bookstore and I decided to get the audiobook so I could listen to it at work. But I was happily surprised by it. It's very Welcome to Night Vale-esque if you've ever listened to that podcast. It's also very much like the American Horror Story Season 1, like Murder House. It's very much like, what if your house really did have ghosts? Like, what if you were just happy to live with them? Would you move out or would you stay? It also uses dealing with a haunting as an allegory for dealing with domestic abuse and mental health issues. So if you have issues with either of those topics, I really wouldn't recommend this book. Like, the mental health issues was even like kind of a toss-up for me at points. It was very intense. It was a very depressing book at times. Like, through a lot of it, it felt very much like, maybe I should put this book down. Maybe I should stop reading the book. But it was a much better book than I was expecting. I'm really glad I didn't stop halfway through, and the ending was absolutely perfect. I'm not gonna do any spoilers because it really is like a very... okay. I'm just gonna try to describe the arc of the book because it's so intense. So you go into it, and instantly, like, you're hit with a new normal. You're like, this is the way we're living now, and I'm just gonna have to get used to it. And then it goes even crazier and even crazier, and then mystery gets thrown in, and then the main character's daughter comes to visit, and she has to try to hide all of these goings on from her daughter, and then her daughter's here to uncover the mystery. So what happened? And then you're like, how can this get any worse? How can this get any crazier? Like, when are we gonna get to the climax? Because there's no way that we are going to be able to have a climax when everything is already so intense. And then it happens, and then there's a cathartic part, and when it happens, it's kind of, that's the part where I almost stopped reading, because the build-up, the couple of chapters right before the climax are so intense and so, like, kind of awful, where it's like, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be living in this universe, and then it suddenly is like, everything's okay, everything's fine, I want to be here, yes, this is perfect. And then it was like a good ending. I don't know, I feel like you have to just, like, get through it. You have to get through the good parts, which is the build up to the climax. Then about at the halfway point, you start to get a little bit weirded out. Then you get really frustrated with the book, and then you're like, this is perfect. Everything's perfect. I love this. So I hope that convinced you to read it.